this is Meet and Eat's website. I'm going to give you a little tour. So first up, we have our home page. You'll notice up here that there are all the WordPress admin settings and buttons and features. A normal person wouldn't be able to see this when viewing the website, only those with admin privileges. So right at the top, we've got our social media. So we've got our Facebook link, which opens into a new tab. We've got our Instagram, again, opens in a new tab. And finally, our YouTube. Along the top left, we have useful links to places that we think would be of use to people potentially looking to explore Loughborough and food. So we've got two of the food banks that Loughborough has. We've got the Loughborough TripAdvisor linked, the university, and classic, we've got Love Loughborough. So the header, we've got Meet and Eat, the good, the bad, and the hungry. So Meet and Eat being our brand name, and the good, the bad, and the hungry being our little sort of subtitle. The picture behind the banner currently is lemon and ice. This is because I think that the colours really popped. Looking into sort of brand design, the colours, the sort of teal, blue, and yellow sit pretty opposite on the colour spectrum. So really do give that little zing of contrasting colours. Okay, well, we'll move down a little bit. Okay, so this is our welcome page. On every page, you will see the contact form. This is so that anyone who wants to get in contact with us can in a really easy and accessible way. So far, we have had one person contact us this way, but one's better than none. And that's one more person we've got into contact with. Okay, you'll notice that we have a lovely little gallery of food. So these food images are free to use images that we have found. The main source of my media is pexels.com. This is because it's royalty free and you don't need to put an attribution with them. So we're not breaking any rules. So we've got our welcome, then our little introduction to tell our audience a bit more about us. Then we've got our lovely latest blog posts. So this works through really easily, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And then we've got more social links. So we'll do a quick whiz through. So we've got our engagement page, which I am still currently working on. This is where all of our social media posts and public engagement goes. Just sort of a display more than anything else. We've got TED Global. These are our videos that we have picked from TED and TEDx that specifically relate to food that we felt really impacted us either emotionally or we connected with them. And some of them are just funny. So the Don't Eat the Marshmallow one is a personal favourite of mine. But also the cultural differences that are explored here. For example, how food shapes our cities. I'd really recommend watching all of these if you have the time. Okay, then we go on to our blog. So our blog comes up immediately with the latest blog post. And then you can sort blogs by author, so you can select who you want to look at. Let's go with Josh. Look at Joshua's. So then you see Joshua's blog post with a featured picture. We then get to our team's midterm review vlogs. So there's 5 of those, and they discuss different different points of what we've been thinking about. All of those were recorded in or around week 6. Okay, so our blog also, if you drop down, you can click to go straight to one of the blogs. So if we go on Kemi, and it's just like when we clicked on Joshua before, it just comes up with her blog posts and a bit about her. Okay, and then we go on to our interview section. Through the course of this project, blah blah blah, we have all of our interviews. These are also all on our YouTube. The reason behind this is because WordPress only allows you to upload files that are 1 megabyte or smaller. To get these videos up significantly reduces the quality. So it was much easier for us to link our midterm reviews and all our other videos actually through YouTube and then embed them into the site. Okay, so close some of these down. Okay, we're going to have a look at the back end now, which is obviously the most exciting part. So when you look into wordpress.org, you get this lovely dashboard, which is available for admins. So if we go into, first and foremost, we're going to appearance. The theme that we're using is actually not listed here because it hates me, but it is Ash, which we'll go on to the customize so you can see. So this is our theme here, a theme we chose because it was really easy to edit, but also had really nice default settings that we could play around with. We chose the background image because it actually goes really nicely with our logo, and we have a sort of citrus theme going on anyway with the header image, and I just thought it looked really nice and smart. Not too much else about that. Yeah, so the typography is one that I want to draw your attention to. So the fonts that are unique to our site are Quicksand, which is our everyday standard script. You can see it here. All of this here as well. It's all Quicksand. And then we've got our lovely header fonts, which is Amatic SC, which is this font here. I like it because it's I think it's very accessible and very down to earth. I think a lot of things are a bit too formal sometimes, and we wanted people to really engage with the site. So if we go back to our dashboard now, we can talk you through some of the add-ons. So we requested quite a few plugins for the reason that we were asked to select plugins quite early on. So I decided, why not? Let's just, ask for absolutely loads of them. So anti-spam, really simple. We didn't want our contact form being abused, so it just brilliantly does all that hard work for us. Easy Google fonts, again, really easy to change fonts, and has a very wide range, I'd say. Again, SSL, another sort of one that does a lot of stuff for you, which is a lot of fun. Share accounts, again, just keeping track of things. WP Forms is what we use for our contact form, but mostly I want to talk about our SEO, which is Yoast. So if you don't know what an SEO is, essentially it helps make your site better, to put it bluntly. So the different features you can have: SEO analysis, it offers suggestions. So one of the things that it can offer is tips on readability, on what grammar you might want to use, if sentences are too long, too short, if it looks kind of spam-like, so people wouldn't click on your link, etc., etc. Basically, it just really helps you get the most of your website. Okay, I think that's pretty much everything from our back end, to put it simply. What I've really enjoyed doing most is making good use of all of the options that we've got. So if I click on sort of our to global page, one of the things that I've really tried to do is learn how to use HTML and subsequently CSS, because they give so much more sort of scope to what we're actually able to do. So if I go on to code editor, you can see this is all in HTML because it's the default code on WordPress. And we're going to do a whole other blog post about coding and how it can help, hinder, and why it's useful, as opposed to just sticking with content and default themes. So yeah, this has been Natalie Blog number 1. I hope you've enjoyed.